Alright, fellas, we back. Had to talk some business. And it was way too cold outside. Like, I don't know if y'all just heard that, but, bro, if I had my window open, my door would be moving crazy. Yeah, so right now, I'm a cornerback on the Jaguars, and this is Madden 24, so I made this in 2024. So that was like a year ago. But, so I only came back to it because my Madden 25 stopped working, and I forgot how good that my cornerback and my defense was on here. Like right now, I think we're number one. We're the number one pass defense. And we're like 6-2, 6-2, I believe. We fucking played against the 6-1 Chargers, and we fucking had 3 interceptions. I had one too. Yo, it was a crazy game, bro. We was down 13-0 and came back and won 14-13. I was about to, like, I was over here mad as shit at T-Ball. Like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Then first I caught a pick. Then he scored, and then came back. The strong safety caught a pick. And then he scored again, and that was game. That shit was, it was an immaculate game. Like, if you love defense, this is the stream for you. I don't know what my subscription for went on too. I might pay for that shit. I can't wait to watch Drake May play football. I'm not gonna lie. I fucks with Drake May. Hopefully I play against him on here too. That would be nice. I think what was his rookie season, Drake May? Oh, I'm in year 2, so this will be year 2 Drake May. Oh, but this is the last game as well. Yep. I had a pick, 2 pass deflections. Pretty good. JT. Alright. So we got JT this week, so I'm gonna do a little something. Who they got me guarding this week? Who they got me guarding this week? Okay, it's Christian Kirk again. Yep. Give me that. What you gonna do? I don't like you, Christian Kirk. I'm on him like glue. I'm on him like glue. Come on. Throw that shit, T. Come on, you ain't getting nothing on me. Not faster than me. You're not faster than me. I'll take my PB out. Shit. Give me that. Are you not entertained? Come on. Last one. Come on. And what you think I'm about to do in the game? Too many emails. Locked in for this next game. Let's see if the Colts even have in our division. Man, 4-4 Colts. Let's lock in, fellas. Let's go defense. We ready. We're ready.
The Jaguars defense ready to see if they can keep building on this one. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
Second down and a yard. Off play action. Richardson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear
they've got his man complete. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, his 5th touchdown now on the Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll look for the stop here in the 1st quarter of a tie ball game. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second down, here's Richardson. Now this taken in by Downs. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now it's Richardson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago, so this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, they just can't go backwards from here. They did it now. We'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw complete there to McLeod.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Richardson to the air on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I can coach you all up. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. First and 10, it's Richardson. Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Throwing on second and long. Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
As much as
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. And after an even first half, they'll try to come up with a third quarter stop as the half begins with a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. There, Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got it. Touchdown, Colts! Ray McLeod, his first touchdown on the year. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're locked in a tight one. Tie game, fourth quarter. So coming up with a stop here, vital, as this drive begins 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Again, it's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Here's Richardson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Richardson. Pass complete to Taylor. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. From there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Quick slant caught by Pierce. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. So they've gone for it.
I'll take it. Dub is a dub. A dub is a dub.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right?
I will never talk trash about T.Y. I will never talk trash about T.Y. Oh, next week we got the Ravens. This might be a little tough. Got the best defense in the league.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week.
The Jags defense ready for battle. They come in leading the AFC. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They go again with Cannon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Jaguar defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him.
Low leggy.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Cannon. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, he got 1. Fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Jackson. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. Way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
I'll get a game system.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll search for a stop here in the second quarter of a game that's all tied. Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field.
Switched up.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leads with 3rd and 9 aiming. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. One more time, it's Cannon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Let's try to get at least.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession.
Banks, bro.
Now Jackson on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Jackson, he finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
I'm scared to play the ball, too. I'm not going to lie to you.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Here's Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And a Raven first down.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. And the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got it, man, it's Williams. That's going to go out right near the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Jackson, options out left. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw again is Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field.
It's just like he's not even getting through, trying to be wicked. Like, this is like the third route he had to start.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about two safeties in one game here?
How do you even get two?
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession.
Like, this really how you play that hard.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On first and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Jackson, Ravens still up.
Garbage time touchdown.
Go for 2. Jackson to throw. It's complete. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Jacksonville, they just keep on rolling.
I could have had a big disc game. I need a game where I had like 2 picks. Who will we play next? Play against pass QB. Dang, we got the Titans. We might win the division. I mean, like win the whole AFC. His defense is just insane. You okay? I love cats. I can play man coverage, bro. I just want to catch. I just want to catch, bro. 91. I'm really not that fast neither as I thought. How tall am I though? Six three. I'm decent. Oh, I need to change my ability. Keep clicking back and forth. I'm sorry. Read that shit. Y'all know they gave us Derrick Henry. That's right, while offense is so good, we do have
The Jaguars defense ready to go to work on short rest here on this Thursday night. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner. They'll start on the ground with Spears. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago. 14 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Levis's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now here's a give to Spears. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Jaguar defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Levis out of the gun on third down. And he is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Levis to throw it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. On On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. 3rd and short. It's Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Hand off to Spears. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Here's Levis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense won't serve. 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. First and 10, it's Levis. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Curtis Samuel, 75 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
2nd down, here's Levis. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, Levis. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. That one's taken in by Spears. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The one final shot before the half. Here's Levis. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll be seeking a stop here for sure in the 3rd quarter of a tie football game. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Levis. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. He's to the 15. And it's a Titans touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have taken the lead. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Here's a run by Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Levis now off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And the ball's loose. Levis has a knock free. And the Jags grab it. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for them.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. Levis now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw, it's Levis. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Levis on 3rd down. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Levis, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Levis to throw. St. Brown on the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Levis's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's Levis.
And the Titans first down.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Titans. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
too.
Back on day one, they said they were capable of winning 10 games this year. They said that in this locker room. They were right. This makes it an even 10.
Good one, fellas. Good one. Oh, thank you for a bye week, because we got the bye week. I need to see what our defense should. Even I really don't care. We just care about winning. We are number one in the NFL. Total offense goes to Bengals. That's crazy. We're at the bottom. This is 32, so 31, 30. Damn, we ranked 29th in total offense. Without defense, we're second on defense. But this is what I wanted to buy. Because we're giving way too. But look at that. We're so good. We will really be the number one. We can stop the pass. We can't stop the pass that good. And Ryan Tannehill just came up through 4 something on them. Got 16 picks too. Top number 1 in interceptions. Number 2 in sacks. Ooh. Number 3 in sacks. Number 4 in sacks. Well, number 3. Because it's tied first. Wow, 39 sacks. So, if I have a trade, I'm looking to go to Steelers or Bucks. Most likely the Bucks. But look at that, bro. 571 rushing yards allowed, bro. That is fucking insane. 58% third down for 2. 100% on 4th down. 100% on 2-point conversion. You don't have to do it that much, though. Jaguars, number 3. Penalties. No, because we have the fewest penalties. Fewest turnovers. We're good at everything with offense. Okay. I have 16 picks. That's why I had 12 interceptions last season. That's why. That one season, that was crazy. You gotta check my old YouTube clips when I first started, like uploading Madden clips. You can see like some of the games that I posted in this. Pick 6s. I got 2 defensive touchdowns. 12 deflections. Most of my deflections came this year. I feel like this interception was in the playoffs. Not bad. I'm the best corner. I'm the best cornerback in the NFL. 12 picks. I had 12 picks last year. He's been in the league for about 10 years. I've been in the league for This is my second year. Well, this might be year 3. So I'm right here with 12 for the season. What was this? It could be randoms up here because this shit just be happening. Alright, now let's get back to real life, man. I need on-field drills. I'm not that fast. But Christian Kirk isn't that fast. Big trip. Shit. Bye week and week 13 is just lovely. I love that. Thank you. Thank you.
The Jags defense rested and ready coming off the open week in their schedule. First down, Young.
Like that. Fuck, I just let him split me like that.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing, Young. A quick throw there is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, but it'll be second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Young on third down. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Young to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. A first down throw for Young. And Cooks has it over the middle. It's beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Now a first down throw for Young. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Young to throw again on second and 10. He's got Mingo. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are on the... The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. He completes this one to Mingo. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Young on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And there was a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Final play of the half. Young. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best. Is that? The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession.
That's crazy how we're not number one. We really probably bring the most pressure. Our blitz on them. I want a lot of that.
On first and 10, Young. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now here's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field.
Clean up in the playoffs, though. I'm not going to play back.
First and 10, Young. That one complete to Trey Tucker. Get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw, Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Russell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. The play fake. Now Young. This is caught by Tucker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Young to throw it. Open man is Tucker. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. To throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Trey Tucker, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And Young's going to throw for this. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Ready?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission.
Just lost the Panthers. I'm so upset. damn sacks, bro. Motherfuckers still found a way.
Tell you what.
In the Super Bowl. That could have been the Super fucking Bowl. 4 more games left. Not division matchup for the whole AFC.
It's week 15 of the NFL.
The Jaguars defense ready to go to work here on this Sunday night. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
First down, Kansas City.
Now Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Mahomes to throw once more. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. It's Boyd. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Rice. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside from the 21. Here's 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Mahomes again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. All right, the Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago. So this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Damn, the Ravens was just like 4 or 5 of
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's able to get out to the 32. Ball down there. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They're in desperate need of a stop here, or certainly a turnover would be nice. They trail fourth quarter as this drive begins 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A give to Pacheco off the option.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
She's not texting about the juice. I'm gonna have to get the most juice I can.
The Jags defense set to go, up 7-0 here early. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he's been a key reason why this defense is ranked as the #1 unit in the NFL. His ability to be in the right place nearly all the time and make big plays is a big reason why.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stevenson. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Stevenson. To Barkley on the check down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've had the upper hand so far this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this 1st down. On 1st down, Stevenson. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Stevenson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now he's going to get this all.
Try.
The 35. 24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. And And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on first down. Stevenson, open man right side is Kupp, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Back to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Stevenson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
This is unbelievable.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevenson, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. A final shot before break. Stevenson over the middle. That's hauled in by Kupp. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. On first and 10, Stevenson. That's complete to Mooney. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Stevenson. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stevenson. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on third down, Stevenson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
second down. Here's Barkley again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down